Hi everybody, this is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the People's Champion. Your host, the Hut. Of course, we are back here at the Baseball Hut too. I hope you like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. So, we're going to talk about some trade rumors that involve a bunch of teams, the Yankees. We'll start with the Guardians here. Now, as you know, August 1st at 6 p.m. is the trade deadline. I will probably do a live stream on this channel leading into that deadline at 6 p.m., which is on a Tuesday. I would mention this, every Monday, the New York Mets are going to be off on a Monday, amazingly enough, for the schedule, in the month of July. So I'll have a lot of stuff here on both channels as we get closer to the deadline. So here's from MLBTradeRumors.com. Shane Bieber drawing trade interest. The trade deadline is still over 3 weeks away, but Guardians right-hander Shane Bieber is already drawing interest, reports John Heyman of the New York Post. It's hardly surprising to see Bieber garnering attention around the league given his situation. He's established himself as a quality big leaguer, having tossed over 800 innings to this point of a 3.24 ERA. He won the AL Cy Young in 2020 when he posted a 1.63 ERA, 12 starts. Beyond his performance, there are other factors that would lead the clubs to pick up the phone and call Cleveland. The Guardians have long had a reputation of trading away their players as they get close to free agency, with their salary increasing and their club control waning. Recent years have seen them ship out Corey Kluber, Francisco Lindor, Trevor Bauer, and Mike Clevenger. Currently, according to this article, the Guardians are below 500 with a record of 43 and 44. But no club is running away with the American League Central. The Guardians are just a game and a half back of the Twins, who sit atop the group with a 45 and 43 record. The Guardians are still very much in contention there, though that doesn't necessarily mean Bieber would be off the table. There are a few clear sells this year, and it's been speculated that there may end up being more trades between contenders, with each trade from an area of surplus to address an area of need. Now, the Guardians have had a rather surplus of starting pitching and pitching in general, and they are desperate for offense. They need a lot of offensive help. I mean, I could see the Guardians moving Bieber and then going someplace and getting themselves a bat or two, because they are in desperate straits for some offense on that team. They've struggled, offensively all year long. I know that Jose Ramirez is there. He's doing okay, but not the numbers that he's done in the past. Jimenez has not had a good start this year, or half a season now. Rosario, he comes and goes. We know him from when he's with the Mets. He tends to come and go. He's up and down a lot of times with his offense. So, this team needs a little help. And Josh Bell has not been really the kind of elixir they really need. They need a guy that's sort of he can thump, but he doesn't thump enough. I mean, to sort of put it in those terms. But now the Yankees actually lost to the Cubs on Friday night. It's the first time the Cubs have ever won at Yankee Stadium, any of the Yankee Stadiums. The old Yankee Stadium, Yankee Stadium 2, and now the third version of Yankee Stadium, or the newer version of Yankee Stadium. The Cubs never won in any of the World Series games they ever played, all the interleague games they've ever played, but they won Friday. Now the Yankees are in a lot of trouble. A lot of people are panicked here because the Yankees don't have Aaron Judge, and it doesn't look like he's coming back anytime soon with this very strange, sort of odd injury that he has to his toe. Now, if you don't know, he ran into the wall, and really ran through the wall, bullpen door, at Dodger Stadium about 3-4 weeks ago, and he hasn't been playing since. And they said that there's some real, he tore the tendon in his big toe, or very, very strange injury. But the Yankees are in contention. They're only one game back of the final wild card in the American League. They're one game behind the Blue Jays. And according to Sportsnet, they're looking for outfield help. They're going to need a lot of help because that offense sucks. The Yankee offense is terrible. From Sportsnet, New York Yankees explored trade for Houston Astros outfielder. With Aaron Judge sidelined indefinitely, the New York Yankees expect to be in a market for an outfielder. One name to keep an eye on is Houston Astros outfielder Chas McCormick. According to the Munchkin Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic, the Yankees had previously expressed interest in McCormick, even engaged in trade talks with Houston, but the deal was never closed. McCormick, who is 28, is arbitration eligible through 26, and his right-handed power would play well in Yankee Stadium. Houston could also move him for a left-handed bat. And here's the thing: the Yankees, I don't know what they got, what the impetus is, what the purpose is. I mean, you play in Yankee Stadium, and they constantly look for right-handed bats. Go for some power. You go for a left-handed bat. I don't get this trade. I've heard, I know a lot of Yankee fans want Cody Bellinger. I was talking to a Yankee fan last night. He says, if they got Bellinger, their offense would be so much better. That's what the Yankees should be doing, is getting some left-handed power on this team. They don't have the kind of left-handed bat. Anthony Rizzo's not cutting it. He's just not cutting it. And if the guys that you have are right-handed and they're struggling, like DJ LeMahieu and Josh Donaldson, you need left-handed power. Everybody knows this is an adage as old as time. Yankees need left-handed hitters in that ballpark. The Pittsburgh Pirates. Now the Pirates got off to a very good start. They started out 20-8, but now it seems like the Pirates are not doing so hot, and it seems that since their 20-8 start, they're now being viewed as a seller. According to MLB Network's John Morosi, the Pirates expect to be sellers at the 2023 trade deadline. Outfielder Andrew McCutchen, who was put on the IL yesterday, is viewed as one potential candidate, although the former All-Star has previously suggested he prefer to stay in Pittsburgh. The Pirates will also receive calls on All-Star closer David Bednar, but it remains to be seen if he'll be available. Carlos Santana, Rich Hill, and Jose Hernandez are likely trade candidates. I could see Santana going back to the Guardians. I could see that happening. I definitely see that happening. That's a shame about the Pirates. The Pirates have gotten off to such a hot start. They're just not ready yet. They need another year of experience. Also, would mention that Key Brian Hayes also was put on the IL. So we're probably going to see the Pirates selling. So Bednar might get moved. Rich Hill is definitely going to get moved. They signed him to move him. McCutchen will see how quickly he comes back from this injury that he has, and there's probably a good chance Santana will get moved. A team I haven't mentioned in a while is the Blue Jays. Blue Jays rumors. Toronto's approach to the trade deadline. Speaking to reporters at the end of June, Toronto Blue Jays general manager Ross Atkins made it clear what he and the front office will be prioritizing at the 2023 MLB trade deadline. The obvious area would be adding a starting pitcher. We need to balance that with the progress of Alek Manoah and John Ryu. I would mention about Manoah. He pitched last night in the majors, and he pitched pretty good. So if they can get him back on track, they'd be in good shape. Entering play on June 30th, Toronto ranked 7th in starting pitching ERA, but it also had to demote Alek Manoah, and Ryu just began facing hitters this month. The Blue Jays rotation would benefit from adding a fourth starter, allowing Toronto to ease the load on its top pitchers and potentially use Ryu as a 6th starting pitcher. A more pressing need, though, is addressing a bullpen that ranks 11th in ERA since May 1st. The Mets play them. They got swept by them. They got some lineup. That lineup is a class on its own. One of the best lineups I've seen in a long time. And Bo Bichette's one of the best shortstops in the American League. Boy, he is really good. Now, the Los Angeles Dodgers, to finish this video up, the Los Angeles Dodgers have really struggled with their pitching. They've had a lot of injuries to their pitchers. And as July approaches, the Los Angeles Dodgers are still in a position to make the playoffs, but the club has fallen behind the Arizona Diamondbacks in the National League West. Now, I saw the Diamondbacks when the Mets played them. I don't think they're gonna win that division. Just my opinion. They're just missing something. I can't put my finger on it. Amid the team's up and down start, Dodgers president of baseball operations Andrew Friedman indicated to the Munchkin of The Athletic that pitching will be a priority. Quote, in spring training, I did not expect that in July we would aggressively be looking for pitching. With the injuries and where we are, I think that focus has shifted. There's no question that targeting pitching is more likely than it was in March. The most obvious candidates for Los Angeles are Shane Bieber, Eduardo Rodriguez, and Marcus Stroman. Bieber would be the costiest as he can't become a free agent this winter, while Stroman and Rodriguez have player options that are expected to be declined, so they can test free agency. I expect the Dodgers to be very, very active. I expect them to do a lot because they have a lot of money on their that they didn't spend this past offseason. They let Justin Turner leave. They didn't sign any big free agent other than J.D. Martinez on a one-year deal. So I expect them to be very busy. I expect them to be making some moves to improve that team over the course of the next 3-4 weeks before we get to the deadline. Now, I would hope that you subscribe to the Baseball Hut too. We're getting awfully close to 1,000 subscribers. I thank people for coming on, watching, leaving likes, leaving comments. I read all the comments. But I need you to do something for me. When you watch the video, try to watch as much as the video as you can. This channel is a little under 45 subscribers, 43 subscribers, get to 1,000. But another thing that YouTube has is you have to hit 4,000 watch hours. Right now, this channel has about 2,000, so I got half. With your help, I want you to watch it, and as much as you can. If you can watch the whole thing, great. If not, that's fine too. You want to watch a little piece about your team, that's great. But trying to get this channel monetized by the end of this month. I think it'll happen with your help, and I appreciate it. So thank you for watching the Baseball Hut 2. Thank you, and I'll see you later.